I was out in France and Angie called me, and I got straight on a plane to return. Seeing my wife have to be her strongest and knowing that it's the scariest of news.
Have you ever wondered what happens when the chemistry between actors goes beyond the script? When action and cut blur into real life? Hollywood's most explosive scandals often begin with 3 simple words: on-set love affair. In this video, I'm going to reveal Hollywood's most shocking cases of actors who cheated with their co-stars, destroying marriages and creating tabloid frenzies. These aren't just rumors. These are confirmed affairs that changed careers and lives forever. From classic Hollywood legends to today's biggest stars, these scandals rocked the entertainment world.
The same nurses, some of the same doctors. So the doctor that did my ovary surgery was my mother's doctor. My mother had said to her, "Promise me you will take Angie's ovaries out." And so...
What makes these stories so fascinating isn't just the drama. It's how they expose the intense environment of movie sets, where boundaries blur and temptation runs high. By the end of this video, you'll understand why film sets have become known as relationship danger zones, for even the most committed celebrities. But first, let me share something surprising. Did you know that studies show nearly 20% of married actors have admitted to having at least one on-set affair? That's almost 1 in 5. Now let's dive into the most scandalous examples.
So when we kind of got together, we both had a big cry, and she said, "I promised your mother, I got to do this."
The affair that launched 1,000 tabloid headlines began on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. At the time, Brad Pitt was married to America's sweetheart Jennifer Aniston, creating Hollywood's golden couple. But something electric happened between Brad and Angelina during filming. While both initially denied any impropriety, the chemistry was undeniable. Just months after the film wrapped, Brad and Jennifer announced their separation, and paparazzi soon caught Brad and Angelina vacationing together.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I feel always very lucky that I get the opportunity to learn and explore and play and do something that I'm not sure I can do, because then it's fun.
What made this affair particularly scandalous wasn't just the star power involved. It was how it completely transformed Brad's public image from golden boy to alleged cheater overnight. The public took sides, with Team Aniston and Team Jolie t-shirts becoming a cultural phenomenon. Years later, Angelina admitted they fell in love during filming, though both maintained nothing physical happened until after Brad's separation. The couple eventually married in 2014 before a bitter divorce in 2016. Long before Brangelina, there was Liz and Dick, perhaps the most notorious on-set affair in Hollywood history.
No, I must say we enjoy fighting. I think that fighting with somebody you love and are really sure of, and if you're really sure of yourself in your love, I think having a fight, an out-and-out, outrageous, ridiculous fight.
When Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton met on the set of Cleopatra in 1962, both were married to other people. Taylor to Eddie Fisher, whom she'd famously stolen from Debbie Reynolds, and Burton to Sybil Williams. Their affair was so scandalous that the Vatican publicly condemned Taylor as an erotic vagrant. Paparazzi photos of them together on a yacht in Ischia confirmed what everyone suspected. The intensity of their relationship was legendary.
No really weak points.
Oh, I see.
You see, you do not attack the weak points. They're perfectly obvious in Elizabeth and myself. So when I insult Elizabeth...
They married and divorced twice, unable to live with or without each other. Their passionate, volatile relationship became as famous as their films, with their fights and reconciliations playing out in public for years.
She is a little, she's tough, Kristen, and she's rebellious, and she's very instinctive as an actor.
In 2012, the Twilight fandom was shattered when photos emerged of Kristen Stewart, who was dating co-star Robert Pattinson, in an intimate embrace with her Snow White and The Huntsman director Rupert Sanders. What made this affair particularly shocking was Sanders' status as a married father of 2, and Stewart's unprecedented public apology.
She'll really go there, I made her do some horrible things, but I think it shows in the performance, she's jumping off cliffs, she's riding horses into battle, she's plunged into freezing water.
In a statement, she said, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected." The fallout was immediate and severe. Stewart and Pattinson's relationship collapsed. Sanders' marriage to model Liberty Ross ended, and Stewart was notably absent from the film's sequel.
More on than, I became friends with his second wife then, and so we saw each other a lot. And no, I can literally remember 3 times that I, of course, made some oblique.
For decades, fans speculated about the chemistry between Han Solo and Princess Leia, but it wasn't until Fisher's 2016 memoir, The Princess Diarist, that the truth finally emerged. During the filming of the original Star Wars in 1976, 19-year-old Fisher and 33-year-old Ford, who was married with 2 children, engaged in a 3-month affair. Fisher described it as intense but brief, ending when filming wrapped. What's remarkable about this affair is how successfully it was kept secret for nearly 40 years, proving that sometimes what happens on set can stay on set, at least until someone writes a memoir.
The most high-pressure job I had was to be the first person to speak on their own for 10 lines of Shakespeare at the beginning of the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in London.
Yes, of course you did.
When Kenneth Branagh directed and starred alongside Helena Bonham Carter in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein in 1994, sparks flew, despite Branagh being married to Emma Thompson. Their affair led to the end of Branagh and Thompson's 6-year marriage, with Thompson later admitting, "I had my heart very badly broken by Ken." The pain inspired her performance in Love Actually, where she played a woman discovering her husband's infidelity. Branagh and Carter's relationship lasted 5 years before ending in 1999. In a twist that shows how small Hollywood really is, Thompson and Carter later worked together on the Harry Potter films, with Thompson graciously saying she'd made her peace with Carter.
Was not therefore at least aware of why his quote-unquote best friend, Ryan Reynolds, was writing in all of these lines.
Before becoming one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively met on the set of Green Lantern in 2010. At the time, Reynolds was married to Scarlett Johansson, while Lively was dating Penn Badgley. Their chemistry was immediate and powerful. Within months of the film's release, both had ended their previous relationships. While they've never confirmed an affair occurred during filming, the timing raised eyebrows throughout Hollywood. Unlike many couples who begin amid controversy, Reynolds and Lively have built a seemingly solid marriage, welcoming 4 children and becoming known for their playful social media banter. Before Brangelina, there was whatever you'd call Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie. The pair met on the set of Pushing Tin in 1999 when Thornton was engaged to actress Laura Dern. In one of Hollywood's most shocking moves, Thornton abruptly ended his engagement to Dern and married Jolie in Las Vegas in 2000. Dern later said, "I left our home to work on a movie, and while I was away, my boyfriend got married, and I never heard from him again." The marriage became infamous for its eccentricities, including the couple wearing vials of each other's blood around their necks. Despite the intensity, they divorced after just 3 years. In 2003, Billy Crudup left his girlfriend of 8 years, Mary Louise Parker, who was 7 months pregnant with their child, for his stage beauty co-star Claire Danes. The timing made this one of Hollywood's most criticized affairs, with Danes' reputation taking a significant hit. Years later, she reflected on the situation, telling Howard Stern, "I was just in love with him and needed to explore that, and I was 24. I didn't quite know what those consequences would be." The relationship lasted only about 3 years, with both actors eventually moving on to more stable relationships. Classic Hollywood had its share of scandals too. When 44-year-old Humphrey Bogart met 19-year-old Lauren Bacall on the set of To Have and Have Not in 1944, he was in a troubled marriage to his third wife, Mayo Method. Their age gap and Bogart's marital status made the affair controversial, but it blossomed into one of Hollywood's most legendary love stories. They married in 1945 and remained together until Bogart's death in 1957. What's fascinating about their relationship is how it transformed both their careers. Their chemistry was so powerful that directors changed scripts to give them more scenes together, creating one of cinema's most iconic partnerships. Yes, we're circling back to Brangelina because their affair wasn't Jolie's first on-set romance. Before Brad, she had affairs with multiple co-stars, including Billy Bob Thornton and reportedly Jared Leto during Alexander. This pattern raises an interesting question about the nature of on-set affairs. Are some people more susceptible to them than others? Is there something about the intensity of acting that blurs the lines between performance and reality? What these stories reveal isn't just celebrity gossip. They show us how the unique environment of a film set can create the perfect conditions for attraction. When actors spend months portraying intimate relationships, sometimes those feelings spill over into real life. Some of these affairs ended in lasting relationships, while others crashed and burned spectacularly. But all of them changed the trajectory of the people involved, for better or worse. If you found this video fascinating, you'll love my next one on actors who refused to work together after their breakups. It's the perfect companion piece to this story. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. What do you think? Are on-set affairs inevitable in Hollywood, or should actors know better? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe.